Fantastic Four First Steps is the first movie of Phase 6 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While it's not set on the main Earth, it's still connected to it. Whether it's the appearance of the Fantastic Four ship in the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, or the official first look at Doctor Doom, who is considered the biggest villain of the Multiverse saga, everything points towards something much bigger. In fact, according to the film's director, Matt Shakman, Reed Richards is expected to lead the Avengers in the future. And the chances of that happening are very high, especially since his family has already encountered Doctor Doom. While the rest of the universe's superheroes are unaware of the danger ahead, Reed and his family are the ones who will inform everyone about the threat that is Doctor Doom. We'll talk about all of this in more detail in future videos. Today, we'll focus on the details in the Fantastic Four's first episode that you may have missed. For instance, the number of the Fantastic Four's universe, Earth 828, is a reference to the birthday of the co-creator of the Fantastic Four, Jack Kirby, who was born on August 28th. Marvel named this Earth 828 in his honor. Additionally, the name Susan for the Invisible Woman was also chosen by Kirby, named after his daughter. Coincidentally, the actress playing Susan in the movie also has the last name Kirby. Right in the opening scene of the film, Earth 828 is confirmed as an alternate timeline. Marvel Studios even presents its title card not in the usual way, but in a retro 60s-inspired design, likely referencing the zigzag panels and red-blue typography from the Hollywood Dome of 1963. The design of the Baxter Building and the rocket being named Excelsior is a nod to Stan Lee, everyone's favorite and the co-creator of the Fantastic Four. Excelsior was his signature catchphrase. From Earth 828's perspective, this reflects Reed Richards' philosophy. The rocket takes them beyond humanity and into the cosmos. In fact, the launch sequence when they head into space blends the visual language of Apollo 11 and Interstellar, hinting that Reed has already developed space travel and wormhole tech. Moreover, when Reed uses a black hole to slingshot back to Earth, it's an obvious reference to Interstellar. When Sue Storm shares her pregnancy test result, we see something written like Stark, possibly a subtle nod to Stark Industries. This may seem like a stretch, but it's plausible that, in this universe, Stark Industries produces normal items instead of weapons, since the Fantastic Four ended all wars. Reed also talks about cell mutation and cosmic exposure regarding their child, a clue that Franklin Richards will be an Omega-level mutant. Though we'll see X-Men and Avengers Doomsday, Franklin Richards is still the most powerful mutant. In the comics, when Franklin is about to be born, there are major complications due to cosmic exposure that threaten both Susan and Franklin's lives. To save them, Mr. Fantastic travels to the negative zone to retrieve the cosmic control rod, which ultimately saves them. So Reed's concern in the movie is a direct reference to that comic storyline. One of the biggest teasers for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the empty chair of Latveria at the Future Foundation Summit. Latveria is Doctor Doom's homeland, and his absence from such a key meeting signifies that he's boycotting the Fantastic Four's leadership. It subtly confirms that Doom is already the ruler of Latveria in this universe. In the mid-credits scene, Doom appears, and Franklin reaches toward his face, hinting that he might be healing Doom's face, just as he once resurrected his mother. This is a significant moment, because recently, Robert Downey Jr. shared a post featuring an old Secret Wars comic where Doom heals his face after gaining cosmic powers. Also, when Susan doesn't attack Doom even after seeing him, it suggests that she knows Victor Von Doom personally. So it's highly likely that this is the Doctor Doom of their own universe, though it hasn't been confirmed yet. But the empty Latverian chair strongly supports this possibility. In the movie's opening montage, we spot the name Mad Thinker in a newspaper. He's a character from the Time Runs Out storyline in the comics, where he maps the multiverse for Doctor Doom. We also get a glimpse of Giganto, a creature sent by Harvey aka Mole Man, which we learn about in the Fantastic Four Prelude comic. If you haven't read that, be sure to watch our Watch This Before video to understand why Mole Man listens only to Susan and mocks everyone else. When we see the thank you Fantastic Four message One of them features the unreleased 1994 Fantastic Four cast. The movie also name-drops several other villains of the Fantastic Four, including Red Ghost, though his scenes were cut. However, we do see his henchmen, the Intelligent Apes. Reed also mentions Puppet Master, Diablo, and Wizard. Diablo is particularly important because in the comics, he once made a deal with Mephisto, who now seems to exist in the MCU as well. Later, when Silver Surfer arrives, we see two people looking out of their apartment. Rumors suggest that they might be this universe's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This is supported by the pages on the wall showing Timely Comics, the original name of Marvel in its early days. Along with this, we also see the drawing of UG Lives Again, which, as it is, can be found in Tales of Suspense. As soon as the Silver Surfer enters this Earth, burning stones fall from the sky. This is a reference to the Watcher, who once protected Earth by covering it with similar flaming stones when the Silver Surfer first approached in the comics. In the comics, the Silver Surfer is Norrin Radd, but in this movie, Shallabal, his wife in the comics, has taken on the mantle of Silver Surfer. This is a subtle hint toward the Earth X comics, where Franklin eventually becomes Galactus and Shallabal becomes his herald. When the Human Torch chases the Silver Surfer, we see a reference to Westview Television, which nods to the director's previous Marvel project, WandaVision. Then, the Thing talks about a space dragon, possibly referencing Fin Fang Foom. Later, when the Fantastic Four team travels through space to meet Galactus, he says, "I too was once small like you," hinting at his comic book origin, where he was once a scientist and explorer like Mr. Fantastic. When his own world was destroyed, Galactus became the sole survivor and crossed into another multiverse after the destruction of his own. There, he became a crucial part of the balance of the universe, cursed with an eternal hunger that could only be satisfied by consuming planets. Galactus doesn't consume just for survival, but to ensure the creation of the next universe. In fact, in the film, Galactus wanted to pass on his role to Franklin, which is why he accelerated his birth. In the comics, Galactus approaches Franklin only after he has grown up. In History of the Marvel Universe number 6, Galactus finally hands over his position to Franklin. In the movie, when the Fantastic Four attempts a slingshot maneuver, Reed instructs them to push forward at 0.88 the speed of light. This may be a reference to Back to the Future, where time travel becomes possible at 88 miles per hour. When Galactus lands on Earth, he lifts a handful of soil and smells it. This references the celestial egg hidden within Earth, which may be the reason Galactus targets Earth specifically. Later, when Susan Storm creates a force field and pushes against Galactus, her cosmic eyes glitch, suggesting she is not only holding him back, but also preventing him from using his powers, giving the rest of the team a chance to attack him. The diagram for Reed's teleporter bridge experiment is also a part of the MCU's deeper setup. When he draws the Einstein-Rosen bridge and Penrose diagram on the chalkboard, it isn't just about teleportation. It hints at a multiversal gateway. This device could one day merge Earth 616 and Earth 828 in the MCU, or even lead Reed to the Council of Reeds. Interestingly, the technology being used in this universe closely resembles the TVA gadgets made by He Who Remains. Had Dr. Doom not taken the spotlight, we could have drawn similarities with Kang. But now, we need to talk about the most powerful character in the MCU, Franklin Richards. In the movie, Franklin revives his mother using his cosmic powers, making it clear to Susan that he is no ordinary child. This also justifies Galactus's line where he says Franklin was hiding his powers from her. In the mid-credit scene, we see Franklin's favorite book, The Origin of Species, which deals with survival, adaptation, and transformation. This subtly hints that Franklin is already exploring the deep concepts of life, creation, and change. In the comics, Franklin is a creator-level mutant who can casually create universes. Doom's arrival at that point becomes even more interesting, as he is always obsessed with control and godhood. He knows that Franklin's powers, while cosmic level, could help him create his version of a perfect utopia battle world. That's why it will be fascinating to see how Doctor Doom tries to pull this off. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out this Doctor Doom has already faced off against Loki. Because if Loki is allowing someone like Doom to approach a cosmic-powered Franklin Richards, it's a clear sign that multiversal destruction is inevitable, and Loki is definitely at risk. There's a strong chance that the conflict between Loki and Doom could kick off Avengers Doomsday, just like how Thor Ragnarok's post-credit scene led directly into Avengers Infinity War. So based on the mid-credit scene of Fantastic Four First Steps, we've already gotten a solid idea of what the story of Avengers Doomsday could be. We'll explain it in full detail in our upcoming video, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But for now, you tell me, how did you find these details? Did you notice all of them? And did I miss any? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, guys.